Anzalans are a sentient species that are, let's be honest, absolutely tiny. We're talking human baby-sized adults here. Babu Frik, who stole scenes in The Rise of Skywalker, is the most famous Anzalan we've met. These little guys are absolute wizards when it comes to droidsmith work, and here's why. Their eyes have floating corneal microlenses that let them see microscopic details the rest of us would need a magnifying glass for. Their small size is actually a superpower when you think about it. They can squeeze into droid compartments that would leave most species stuck at the door. Anzalans have basically cornered the market on high-end droid repairs across the galaxy, and they charge accordingly. When Babu Frik messed with C-3PO's memory circuits in The Rise of Skywalker, he showed just how delicate and dangerous their work can be. One wrong move and you could completely rewrite a droid's entire personality. Their nimble fingers and incredible patience make them the go-to specialists for repairs that would drive other techs absolutely crazy with frustration. Wookiees are one of the galaxy's most recognizable species, hailing from the tree-covered world of Kashyyyk. Here's the thing about Wookiees. They can literally rip your arms off, but they look like 8-foot-tall teddy bears. It's the ultimate mixed message. Their thick fur and iconic growls create this weird paradox where they're simultaneously intimidating and huggable. Standing around 2.3 meters tall on average, Wookiees have retractable climbing claws perfect for navigating Kashyyyk's massive Roshar trees. Their culture is built on honor, loyalty, and family bonds, with life debts being sacred commitments they'll honor no matter what. Chewbacca, Han Solo's co-pilot since A New Hope, is basically the most famous Wookiee in history. The Acolyte gave us Kelnaka, the first live-action Wookiee Jedi Master, though fans were pretty bummed about his limited screen time and all the missed storytelling opportunities about Force-sensitive Wookiees and Jedi lore. Their incredible strength combined with their surprisingly gentle nature makes them loyal companions who will defend their friends to the death without hesitation. Dokmas are small gastropod-like creatures from Atollon sporting protective shells, eye stalks, and 4 legs that give them way better mobility than your average garden snail. These little guys are super chill and pose zero threat to anyone. Their shells come in various shades from pale yellow to deep amber, probably helping them tell each other apart. Dokmas usually hang out in small groups and do adorable social things like foraging together and taking group naps in safe spots. They munch on microscopic organisms and plant life from Atollon's pretty sparse ecosystem. Unfortunately for them, Dokmas are basically fast food for Krykna, the giant predatory spiders that also call Atollon home. Not a fun position to be in. When Phoenix Squadron set up base on this planet, they got front row seats to this predator-prey dynamic, giving us solid intel on Atollon's food chain. Their slow-moving lifestyle and lack of defensive capabilities make them incredibly vulnerable, which is honestly pretty sad when you think about it too hard. Puffer pigs have some seriously cool biological tricks up their sleeves, or would if they wore sleeves. These small dog-sized creatures have trunk-like snouts that can sniff out valuable minerals and materials. Mining companies love using puffer pigs to locate precious deposits through solid rock. But here's where things get interesting. When these guys feel threatened, they inflate like balloons to several times their normal size. Keep scaring them, and they'll keep expanding until they're filling entire cargo holds or ship corridors. Great for survival, terrible for anyone trying to transport them. Their temperamental nature and unpredictable inflation reflexes mean you need experienced handlers who can read their moods and keep things calm during transport. The inflation process is apparently irreversible without specific environmental conditions, which makes accidentally triggering it a genuinely expensive logistical nightmare for freight operations. Scurriers are a rodent species native to Tatooine, and they've been scurrying around since A New Hope. These little critters live in places like Mos Eisley, surviving by scavenging through alleyways, markets, and abandoned buildings across the desert settlements. Some have cranial horns, some don't. There's variety within the species. Beyond being the cleanup crew of Tatooine, scurriers also end up on the menu for various species. The Book of Boba Fett shows Boba Fett catching and eating scurriers, confirming they're definitely part of the food chain. Their high numbers and fast breeding mean they're surviving just fine despite being someone's dinner. These tough little guys have adapted impressively well to Tatooine's brutal desert climate and the chaos of spaceport life. Their remarkable ability to find water sources in arid conditions has made them surprisingly resilient survivors in one of the galaxy's harshest environments. The Noti are a nomadic sentient species first shown in Ahsoka, living on the extragalactic world of Peridea. These beings can completely retract into their protective shells, which is pretty handy for dealing with environmental dangers and threats. Despite living pretty isolated lives, the Noti were cool enough to help Ezra Bridger after he got stranded on Peridea. They later helped Sabine Wren find Ezra and defended their homes against bandits with surprisingly good coordination. Noti communicate using a distinct language with melodic tones. Their mix of defensive abilities and cooperative behavior makes them a fascinating example of extragalactic sentient life. The Noti seem to organize themselves in clans, traveling across Peridea's mysterious landscapes in caravans, sticking together despite the dangers of their remote world. Their willingness to trust outsiders despite their isolation suggests a cultural value system that prioritizes compassion and mutual aid over xenophobic self-preservation instincts. Boglings are small mammals, native to Bogano, first appearing in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. These creatures dig elaborate tunnel systems through rocky plains and marshes, creating underground warrens with shelter and nesting areas for their communities. They've got disproportionately huge eyes and fluffy tails. Sadly, their small size makes them prey for multiple predators, including bog rats and splocks, which hunt adult boglings and their eggs respectively. To make matters worse, their compact size makes them easy to smuggle, giving them significant black market value. Despite being at the bottom of Bogano's food chain, boglings have developed sharp survival instincts and breed quickly to keep their population stable. Those big eyes suggest they're active at night or twilight, letting them forage when predators are chilling. Conservation efforts? Pretty much non-existent thanks to their remote habitat. Their adorable appearance ironically makes them more vulnerable to exploitation, as exotic pet traders target them for wealthy collectors across the Outer Rim territories. Kiros birds are highly intelligent avians from the planet Kiros. These creatures understand verbal communication and show emotional responses to humor. Their cognitive abilities go way beyond typical animals, putting them somewhere between regular fauna and fully sentient beings. They're vibrantly colored with compact bodies. Like many pretty species, Kiros birds get targeted by poachers. The Zygarian queen, Mirage Sintel, kept 3 Kiros birds in captivity, probably acquired through illegal wildlife trafficking since she was already running a slavery operation. Their intelligence makes captivity especially cruel since these birds clearly experience emotional distress and want their freedom. Some scientists have pushed for better legal protections given how smart they are. Their rarity and brains make them extremely valuable on black markets across the galaxy. The ethical debate surrounding their status continues to rage, with animal rights advocates arguing they deserve sentient species protections based on their demonstrated cognitive abilities. Ortolans are a sentient species from the planet Orto who look like bipedal elephants, despite being only about a meter tall. They've got blue skin, trunk-like snouts, and big, flexible ears. Despite their size, ortolans are capable of pretty much anything, including documented cases of force sensitivity and Jedi status. Max Rebo, leader of the Max Rebo Band, is the most famous ortolan. He's performed at various Tatooine establishments in Return of the Jedi and the Book of Boba Fett. Ortolan culture puts big emphasis on music and food, with their sensitive hearing contributing to their musical talents. Their homeworld's freezing climate means they need thick skin and substantial body mass to stay warm. While many ortolans pursue artistic careers off-world, they maintain strong cultural connections to Orto. Their reputation for loyalty makes them valued employees and trusted friends throughout the galaxy. Their trunk-like appendages provide surprisingly dexterous manipulation abilities, making them excellent musicians who can play multiple instruments with remarkable skill and precision. Vazuans are a recently introduced species through Skeleton Crew, and we honestly don't know much about them yet. Runa, a Vazuan character, shows up in the series pilot, marking the first canonical appearance of this species. They've got prominent eyes, small cranial protrusions that look like horns, and facial hair. They kind of resemble goats, if we're being honest. Early observations suggest they're friendly and cooperative. As Skeleton Crew continues, we'll probably learn more about their biology and culture. Early signs suggest they might come from a world with diverse terrain that required adaptable survival skills. Their integration into galactic society seems well established, though their homeworld remains a mystery. Vazuans appearing in positions requiring trust suggests they've got a reputation for reliability. Future episodes might reveal details about their social structures, technology, and cultural practices. The limited information available makes them one of the more mysterious species introduced in recent Star Wars content, leaving fans eager for more backstory. From explosive puffer pigs to the newly introduced Vazuans, the Star Wars galaxy keeps surprising us with incredible biodiversity. These creatures prove that Star Wars isn't just lightsabers and space battles, it's a living universe packed with unique species that add depth to the worlds we explore. As new content expands the franchise, who knows what fascinating creatures we'll discover next. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out part 1 of this series and more related content shown on screen.